Hello everyone. So for me this is going to be a two-parter, and for you it's just going to be one video. So we're out here, well, you know where I am. So I was out here last night and I was very surprised at what I saw. I was so surprised that I thought, well, there's my Wednesday video. So remember that pumpkin plant that I had basically given up on because critters ate it, and I didn't think anything was going to happen. Well, so we have one going that way, and one which looks like it needs watering. This is going all the way up to there. And at the top, you can see the beginnings of a pumpkin. And I was looking at this last night, and I saw that. Another beginnings of a pumpkin. There's that one, but I don't think that's going to mount anything because it's not even attached, so it's probably not fertilized. So those sunflowers to help the bees do their jobs. But so I told my father to, after I do this video, to kind of carefully cut it down and place it down on the ground and let it in, because this is the direction it wants to go. So kind of wrap it around the mailbox heading that way, and that should keep it out of traffic. And as far as this way goes, it looks like I have one sunflower, and then I have that fake sunflower. It looks like a sunflower, but it's not, and I still don't know what it's called. But it's definitely it's not a real sunflower. So, and oh, I see another tiny pumpkin right there. So, yeah. So, I guess I have renewed hope for at least one pumpkin this year. So stay tuned on that. Okay, now for part two. Okay, part two. So, of course, as soon as I shut it off, I thought, well, I should have just paused it. Then I wouldn't have had to connect the two. But, oh well, maybe next time. Kiki he's somewhere behind the cages, I think. No, he's up there. Yeah, he's up there. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you was, so remember that sunflower field that I took those pictures at and had a fun time and took that picture myself? That I didn't think that any of those pictures were gonna turn out or anything, but the one picture, once I ran it through the editing app and put a lighter filter on it and cropped it and everything, I liked it so much that I made it my new profile picture on both Facebook and Instagram. So not that because I like me in the picture, but because what it represented, and that was my first smile in like 3 months, and so that's, you know. Anyway, so sunflower field. So the guy who does this, so this year he did, this was, to my community was one field. He did 12 fields altogether. And various communities around the area, all the way down to, I think the furthest away is close to the Iowa border. And one for sure, two failed of the fields, failed because of the drought. And then he plants them not all at the same time, so that as one finishes, the next one starts blooming, and so on. So you could visit all of them if you really wanted to. And of course, each one has he puts the props and everything. Well, last week, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I started reading stuff that I didn't like very, very well, but I was kind of confused because I wasn't sure what the context was, and I couldn't find, and then once I figured out what was going on, I couldn't find the original posting. Turned out it had been taken down, but Jen found it, or she found somebody who still had it or something. But basically what happened was field number 3, I think we were number 1, and so field number 2 was in the community next to us, and then field number 3 was the community next to them. Okay, so I guess what had happened was overnight, actually two or three things happened. 3 things happened. One, overnight that night, somebody, or some people, don't know, went into field number 3 and vandalized the props. The old cars, I guess there was dents in one of them, at least one of them. Yesterday I was scrolling through Facebook, and I found he put up a picture of, I guess he puts a piano in all of them, an old piano. The piano in that field, they had ripped off broke off all the black keys. And I don't know what else I don't know what else happened. All I know is that he said thousands of dollars. The second thing that happened was, so each field takes about $10,000 to buy the seeds, plant all the machinery, and everything, whatever. And he relies on donations and also professional photographers. I guess he advertises out to professional photographers and asking for something. And then I guess so that they can use the field to take their pictures, and then they can sell their pictures that way. And I guess a lot of them said, yeah, I'll give, blah, blah, blah. Well, at the same posting where he was talking about the vandalizing, he also said 95% of the photographers who had said they would donate had not sent anything. So you can easily do the math. If it's like, 10,000 a field, there's, 10, 12 fields, that's over $100,000. And then the third thing that happened was right here in my community, people apparently, I don't want to sound judgmental or anything, but this kind of gets all of us rather upset. That the fact that he does this, to help the community, and I wouldn't say out of the generosity of his heart, but because it does, like I said, it does take time, money, resources, and so on. But he doesn't have to do this. He has a job. He's a realtor. He has a life. But part of the deal is he goes to these sunflower fields are on private property. He goes to the people who own the land and say, I would like to borrow your land for this summer. And then part of the agreement is, as soon as the sunflowers are past their prime, as soon as the heads start bowing down. Then close the field, let the critters eat the seeds, and then harvest everything, and then plant grass or whatever. That's part of the deal. So in my community, what happened was the field was supposed to close on a certain day. I think I had filmed my video on a Monday, and they were supposed to close. The field was supposed to close the next day. Well, because of popular demand or whatever, he extended it to the following Sunday. But that was it. Well, what happened was, I guess the next day, that Monday, so the week after my video, the week after I made my video, he went out there to lock it up, basically, kind of a simple fence, I guess, to keep people out. And there were these 3 women that were there, and he kept telling them that it's closed. You can't be here. Oh, we're sorry. But then they crawled under the gate and continued to wander around and take pictures and everything. So he took pictures of them and put it on Facebook and said, you're going to ruin this for everybody. If you want, it's too bad you don't want another field next year. And so it's just, and I guess, so this keeps happening. So those 3 things, he was like, I'm done. And he said, after field number 3 is done, all the rest, not even going to open them. Just going to let them, whatever. So then the money started pouring in. GoFundMe, Venmo, his own personal fundraising. And then everybody's commenting, and how much they're upset about all this, and how much they love the fields, and then the pictures are pouring in, and the pets and the kids, and there's at least one proposal. People who brought a picture of their loved one because the loved one has passed on, but they brought the picture to take pictures with the picture. And so all, whatever. So I've been sad, for a simple word, about this whole thing. It's like, sometimes I hate people. It's like, I don't know. Then I found, a couple days ago, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I found a posting from him, and where he said, most commonly asked question is, am I totally done with sunflowers? And his answer was, heck no. That's not exactly what he said, but that was close to what he said. He said, we're just getting started. So I now feel really happy that, they may change a few things or something next year, but so if there's a sunflower field either here in my community, or nearby, I want to get, do another sunflower video next year. That'd be awesome. Okay. So I think that's it. 11 minutes for this part of it. I don't know how long the other part is, and so I gotta combine them together and edit out my little gaff. Yeah. And I have a video to shoot. So, and I have a half hour for that. Should not be a problem. See you all in the comments, and see you all later. Bye.